Hello everybody and welcome to my series where I attempt to collect every LEGO Star Wars minifigure ever made. So for those of you who are new to the series, the title's pretty self-explanatory. I'm trying to get every LEGO Star Wars minifigure that LEGO has put out, anyone directly released in a set. So we have the oldest guys up at the top and the newest guys down at the bottom, and I have just updated it to the most recent sets. I believe it goes up to the gingerbread Darth Vader. That's the very end of the Bricklink at the moment. For those of you who are returning to the channel, we've changed a little bit to the wall. I got some feedback that for the stormtroopers that have different faces, it might be cool to display them without their helmets. So if you see throughout the wall now, they are showing their faces now. So it shows just a little bit why they are unique, because otherwise they look exactly the same. But without further ado, we have several new guys added to the wall, so let's hop right into it. So first up, we have some pretty cool guys, and we're starting with the oldest guy in this wave here. We have Captain Panaka here on the left. So this guy came out in 2011 in the Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator set. And we've gotten that set time and time again, but this is actually the only Captain Panaka that LEGO's ever put out, which is a bit surprising because, you know, he's not the most recognizable character, that's for sure, but he's also kind of important in the scope of Episode 1. He's in a lot of scenes. So it is a little interesting that this is the only Captain Panaka that LEGO's ever put out. But if you want to get him in good condition, he's only $13. So, I mean, that's not the cheapest minifigure. I think anytime you go above $10 for a minifigure, you're starting to get a little expensive. But 13 bucks is not bad for an exclusive character this is the only time that you've ever gotten him. And if you want to, you know, army build a Naboo guard, this is a pretty good minifigure to build it off of. He's got his arms and legs molded in sand blue, and then his torso is actually in dark orange, so that looks pretty good. He's got a pretty decent print on the front there for like the Naboo guard leathers. His hat is pretty neat. This is not the only time we've gotten this hat. We got this in the Naboo Flash Speeder a few years later, but this is the only color this has been molded in, so this is an exclusive color for the hat. He's got the dark red with the top, and then gold trim for the visor, and then brown strappings for the back. If we pop his hat off here, there goes his head too. You can kind of see his face there. This is an exclusive face, I believe, for Captain Panaka. And it captures the actor's likeness like decently well. It's not the best one, but it's far from the worst one. We spin him around. You can see he's got no alternate face print there, and then just a very basic back print. And then if we pop that hat back on, you can kind of see how low that hat rides, which is kind of interesting because flipping it around, his visor's like always got a shadow on it. Like I was really trying to play with the lighting here to be able to, you know, not have a shadow on that visor, but I just couldn't get it working right. So, you know, he's always kind of lurking around. In the middle here, we have a clone pilot. Now, LEGO has put out a lot of clone pilots throughout the years, and this specific one came out in 2015 in the Republic gunship microfighter. And what makes this guy exclusive is leg printing. This is a very similar minifigure to what we got in the 2013 Republic gunship. However, this one includes leg printing, whereas the previous one did not. And if you want to get him in good condition, he goes for about $15. So not the most expensive clone trooper that has ever been put out, right? But again, starting to get up there in price. And, you know, 15 bucks is not too bad, especially after the V19 torrent came out and they got the updated clone pilot. I expected collectors to kind of go rampant over these things. I was pleasantly surprised that, you know, his price hasn't skyrocketed. So I was very happy to add him to my collection. But looking at him, he's got these clone trooper armor prints for his leg. And this is a print that we've seen on several other clone troopers around the same time. But this is the only configuration that they put on it with the clone pilot. Then his torso here is this very basic pilot look. He's got a clone trooper armor with a breather on the left there. And then his helmet here looks really, really good. This is just a very basic generic clone pilot with the yellow markings and the Republic insignia there on the top. You can see on either side of him. And if we pop that helmet off, he's got the standard Jane Bricks coined angry clone face. This is when they were putting angry clone on literally every minifigure that had armor. But so it's got a nice little flashback to that. On his back, he's just got the very standard clone trooper armor print as well. So very glad to have him in my collection. It's kind of cool to see how the pilot has evolved throughout the years, because obviously we got the screen accurate pilot where they updated the helmet, but this is back when they're still using that Phase 1 Clone Trooper fin helmet. So that was, you know, it's cool to get this updated now. On the right here, we have the fifth brother. Now LEGO's put out two fifth brothers throughout the years, but this specific one came out in the Captain Rex ATTE in 2016. And he looks really good. I actually like him a lot more than the updated one that they put out with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. But if you want to get him brand new, he goes for about $54, which is pretty expensive, right? Back when the Kenobi show first dropped and the fifth brother was shown in the trailers, like collectors went ravenous for this guy. And I remember like I kind of wanted him too. Like I was kind of bowing to the pressure, and his price jumped up to like over $100 at the time, which was absolutely insane. It's gone down quite a bit from then, so about half of that, $54. But $54 for a minifigure is still quite expensive. But I am very glad to have this guy in my collection. He looks really good. This is of course based off of his Star Wars Rebels appearance. So he's kind of got like toned down detailing, but like he still has a lot of detail, because a lot of the Rebels characters was stylized and less detailed. There's not like a lot of extraneous like folds and, you know, creases. It's very clean. However, it's still a lot of detail, as you can see, like the chest print here and the leg printing. Like this guy looks really good. And then he's got these nice shoulder pad armor piece here, and it's got a silver prints for the I don't even know what that middle part is, but it's got silver printing as well as some red buttons on it as well. Flipping that around, you can see there's a clip for him to hold his lightsaber. So I've actually got that sitting right here. If you have his cool Inquisitor lightsaber, you can just pop that in like so, as I'm knocking everything around. So that is kind of cool that they were able to do that. And on the sides of either shoulder is just the Imperial insignia. The fifth brother here has a pretty cool helmet. This was exclusive to the fifth brother character, but not this minifigure, because the Kenobi show fifth brother used the same helmet. But it's a pretty accurate helmet to the character, I think. It looks very good, kind of like this manta ray type deal. And then his face here looks a little funky. It's just this black stud with a little face print on it. But he's got kind of like motley green, you know, kind of sickly looking color there. And then he's got a very angry scowl there. On the back, he does actually have an alternate face. And he's kind of got like chipmunk cheeks there, you know. He's got some folds in there. So, big fan of this guy. He's very cool. Glad to have him added to my collection. But that does it for these three guys. Let's get on to the next ones. Now, for our next batch of minifigures, we jump all the way to 2024. All three of these guys came out in the Desert Skiff set for the year. And man, that set kind of blows, but you got some pretty cool minifigures out of that one. So taking a look at a few of them here, we got Skiff Guard Lando. Now this is the third iteration of Skiff Guard Lando that LEGO has put out, but this is probably my favorite one. He looks really good here. He's got the orange torso here, dark orange, and then he's got black arms and then dark brown pants. And the prints on this guy are pretty great. Let me pop his helmet off here. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. Just want to be able to focus a little bit more on that printing there, because he got these very subtle lines going through for the texture of the fabric. Then he's also got that metallic chest piece there, brown strapping throughout. And then he's also got kind of these like white pads, white fur for the legs there. And the prints actually looks pretty good. Usually when the light goes printed on dark, it doesn't look super great. But in this instance, it looks pretty solid. Now his face here is a very basic Lando print. Like that looks like Billy D. Williams for sure. And then on the back here, we got a scared looking Lando, like he's about to drop into the Sarlacc pit. So that's a cool little extra print that they gave us. And the back again looks super detailed. Lots of leather strapping around, and the fabric detail continues on there. So very cool. Big fan of this guy. And then his helmet here, this is the exact same helmet that we have gotten for Skiff Guard Lando since the very beginning. I believe in the 2007 Jabba's sail barge. So they have not updated the sculpt the mold for this guy, but the printing is pretty good. They added this nice metallic piece here for the visor, and then a couple of white bones for that. So the print looks really, really good on that visor. In the middle here, we have a Luke Skywalker, and this is the one with dark bluish gray robes, and he's got the nice new side part piece here for his hair that I still don't think I really like, but it is starting to grow on me a little bit as more Luke minifigures come out with this hair piece here. Oh, sorry, if you want to get Lando in good condition, he goes for about $7 on Bricklink, not very expensive. And then Luke over here, he goes for about $6.50. So these guys aren't like super, super expensive right now. And honestly, they probably won't get super expensive. But Luke here looks pretty good. We've gotten this style Luke here, the skiff or the desert skiff battle that was in Return of the Jedi. He's got these kind of grayish robes over the top of his black Jedi robes here. And this print is really good. I do like the detailing for the creases and the belt there, and the robes just look really, really good, right? And then going on the back here, you can see no side arm printing no side arm or leg printing for that guy. And then on the back here, the torso continues with that really crisp Jedi robes there. And then popping that face off here, he's got that very basic Luke derp face. And then you can see the front of that a little bit better. Just a slightly different little grin. It is what it is. It's not super fancy, but I think it looks pretty good for Luke. And this is the same hairpiece that they have been using for Luke since the Death Star duel diorama piece. And I'm not a huge fan of this hairpiece here. I really do like the very old, basic, just flat hairpiece that we had gotten for so many years. But this is, of course, way more detailed, and honestly, it looks a little more accurate. It's just taking me a lot more to get used to, like the updated Stormtrooper and updated Darth Vader. It'll grow on me eventually. The last minifigure we have here is Skiff Guard Han Solo, and this is by far the cheapest minifigure of the bunch. He goes for about $3.50. Not a very desirable minifigure. We've gotten this, version of Han Solo many, many a time. However, this specific one, he's got his updated hairpiece here, and then his legs are molded in dark brown, and then his face here, we can kind of see those squinty eyes where he's coming out of carbonite freezing. Then on the back, he's got his eyes fully closed. And I believe the combination of all these various different pieces make him actually exclusive compared to the many other Han Solos that we've gotten. But, don't have a whole lot else to say. It's just a very basic Han Solo. The torso print looks good, right? Like, the collar looks good. He's got some creasing around the shirt there. But, it's not the most exciting minifigure, that's for sure. But that does it for these three guys. Let's get on to the next ones. Next up, we have some droids. And all of these guys came out in the 2025 LEGO Advent Calendar. On the left here, we have a Buzz Droid, and the specific one is Buzz Droid with tan dome tops. So this guy, again, came out in the 2025 Advent Calendar, and he goes for about $1.75. He is wholly brick built, and because of that reason, he is not very expensive. He does actually specifically come with this dish piece and cone piece to prop him up. That is actually part of his minifigure, according to Bricklink. But other than that, the Buzz Droid actually looks really, really good. They attach these tan dome pieces here with these kind of like superhero pegs that they started giving us in those sets. So it gives this nice angle for the Buzz Droid. It looks really, really good. Other than that, it's kind of the generic Buzz Droid that we've gotten in previous years. It's kind of got this, kind of Technic gun piece here with the red studs here for eyes, and then the antennas for legs. Then he does have this little peg here for an actual antenna, which is kind of interesting. On the back here, he does have just a brick here with a bunch of studs on the sides to add that extra leg there. Not the most exciting character here, but that is a guy to add to the wall. In the middle here, we have the Holiday Medical Droid. And this guy goes for about $1.50. Again, brick built, not super desirable. It is a holiday minifigure after all, but I kind of like this one. I do like the medical droid design in Star Wars quite well. and, you know, kind of Christmasing him up. He looks like a Christmas tree. I kind of like it. He's got this chiseled cylinder piece here for brown, and that looks good. And then he's got this dark green astromech top here, and he's got green in arms for his attachments and gray arms there. Popping off the dome, you can kind of see the trans orange cone there that they use for his like robot eyes, I guess. Lego should probably make a dedicated mold for these guys eventually, but you know, this is because this is a similar minifigure that we've gotten in the past. But I mean, you can tell it's a medical droid if you're a Star Wars fan. On the right here, we probably have the most exciting minifigure of the three. This is Snowman BB-8, but he only goes for about $250. He's not super expensive either, not very desirable, I guess. And you know, you get what you get. This is Snowman BB-8. He's got a nice little top hat here for that Frosty the Snowman type look. And then popping that off, he's actually got really nice printing. He's kind of got like snow prints for all of his little detailing there, which I think is really good. And he's got coal for his eyes and little photoreceptor. So even though, like, you know, it's not the most exciting character, I'm not a big BB-8 guy, I do really like this minifigure because that printing is super unique. And I think it just makes this minifigure stand out so much more compared to some of the other versions of BB-8 we've gotten in the past. But that does it for these three guys. Let's get on to the next ones. Alrighty, so for the final two minifigures of the video, we have some pretty cool and unique characters. On the left here, we have Gingerbread Darth Vader. Now this guy came out in the 2025 Gingerbread AT-AT, and guys, this is a really cool minifigure. I really didn't think I would like this gimmick very much at all when this was announced, and even when the pictures initially released. But when I got my hands on this set, like, I actually really liked it. It was nice and it was fun, and the detailing on this guy is quite extensive and very good, and his price kind of reflects that. Right now, like, again, the set is still out, so this price can fluctuate quite a bit, but if you want to get this guy in good condition right now, he's $50. That's insane for a minifigure still on the shelf. And the AT-AT is not much more expensive, right? I believe it's $70. So that's like way more than the half of the value of the set right here is in this one minifigure. But this is a very cool minifigure. He's molded in this nougat color all around. So very unique Darth Vader for sure. And then all the detailing is kind of done in this like cookie frosting and candy look, and it looks really good. You can even see like the speckling for gingerbread. It looks very, very nice. It's got the standard Darth Vader that we've gotten for several years now, and the head that is underneath is just a very, you know, it's just a solid head, you know, nothing to it. On the back here, you get a really nice cape with the gingerbread icing and speckling, and it is in this nice soft fabric, and nothing on the underside, unfortunately. I would like to see, like, you know, underside printing, or just it all printed in that tan color there. But flipping it up, you can kind of see some more of that detailing there with the frosting and speckling. So I'm a big fan of this minifigure. I like this so much more than I thought I would. It is a very cool and very unique minifigure. Very eatable. On the right here, we have Supreme Emperor Palpatine. Like, this is the episode 9 version of the character. And he came out in the 2025 Character Encyclopedia. And if you want to get him in good condition, he goes for about $20 right now. So I think that's about the value of the book, $20. So might as well grab the book too while you're at it if you want this guy. But this is a cool Palpatine. I am not a fan of the episode 9 Rise of Skywalker, like, at all, but I do like the design of Palpatine. Boo this man! No! I'm a sucker for red. Like, if you guys have followed me for any time at all, you know that I like red, and I love this like red underrobe. It pops Palpatine very, very well, makes him unique and stand out compared to other Palpatines. So I'm a big fan of this minifigure as well. Other than that, is just kind of a basic Palpatine that we've gotten in the past. He's got this updated robe piece that they've been using for several years. I guess I should stop saying like updated, because, you know, we've gotten these for several years, like the helmet and the hood piece. Like, they're not updated anymore. This is just the norm. And then underneath there, his head is molded in white. So instead of like that tannish color that sometimes we get, it is just totally white. And then on the back here, he does have an alternate face, looking very sad and decrepit. And then just a very basic back print there. He is using this kind of dress piece here that we've gotten again for several years now. So it's not updated. It is the norm. But that does it for the minifigures. Let's go see where they land on the wall. Alrighty, so now we're going to play a game of where did I just put everyone? Because it's always so hard for me to remember where I just put everyone on the wall, not 10 seconds ago. But up here, we have Captain Panaka. He's sitting next to the Geonosian and Ki-Adi-Mundi. And then down below, we have the clone pilot with leg printing. It's right smack in the middle of the wall here. So glad to feel that space. It just makes it feel so much more complete. Way over to the right here, we have the fifth brother, and he's sitting with the old clone brothers with Gregor and Wolf and Rex. And all the way down here, we jump to the Skiff Guard crew. We have Lando, Luke, and Han Solo, and then a spot for a very special someone coming up. Going down to the right, we have some of the droids from the advent calendar. We have the Buzz droid, the medical droid, and BB-8. And then just a little bit further down at the very end, we have the Palpatine and Darth Vader. And guys, we have surpassed 1,000 minifigures on the wall. 1,000, that is absolutely insane. I'm so excited that we have crushed that milestone. Thank you all for watching and supporting me throughout this journey, for just tuning in and commenting. That really makes this all worth it. I love to share this with you guys, and passing 1,000 minifigures is such a huge feat. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.